Moving on to the next session, ladies and gentlemen, I would like to request Mr. Abhijit Maheshwari from MIDC to join us on stage and address the gathering.
Good evening, everyone. After the engaging panel discussion, I would just like to set a little context to the IT policy. Abhinav already gave a very, very good insight into it. Maharashtra always was at the forefront of industrialization over a long period of time. But in the IT field, I think we did progress, but we did not reach at the pace that we should have over the last few years. I think there are a few things that have actually gone, and we should just reflect on. Say from an occupier perspective, there are a few very key things that the occupier looks at. He's looking at campuses which are big, which are scalable, where people can actually expand. He's looking at rents which are competitive. He's also looking at talent pool, transport connectivity. And he's also looking that people can come easily and work there so that he can attract talent. So that's occupier perspective from IT viewpoint. Employees want to be in a great campus where a lot of amenities are there. They can live near where they are working. So that's an employer perspective. From an investor perspective, some of us actually heard Ashish and others. They're looking at that when they're investing in any of these developments, if there are only one usage of that development, which is going to be for a very long period of time, it takes a long time to develop. Can it be done much faster? Those are the things that concerns an investor. So when we are looking at the new IT policy, when we look at it, it's actually answering all of these things, in my view, very, very fundamentally. So the IT policy is built to answer all these facets, whether it is for occupiers, whether it is for investors, whether it is for employers. For example, some of the key things which we find extremely encouraging is the entire concept of support services getting expanded so that actually you can bring residential, hotel, commercial, all these integrated at the same place. In Bombay, we could never do it. Bombay was always competing. When a residential developer will get 30,000 rupees capital value, he will not build an IT park adjoining it. Now, on the same industrial land, for the first time, we can actually get the entire ecosystem together. So I think that's a great win. That's a great policy win, the way it is structured. Also, some of the apprehensions, I think it's done well when it's done in a manner that we have to do IT development and then only do residential. It's combined, so it's not that somebody can just do residential and can run away. So I think that's great. The other thing which is happening is that the entire policy and the law, the regulation framework has gone to UDCPR. You don't have to now worry about multiple regulations. So that's also coming in. The extra FSI helps. So to throw a little more light, go into much more detail, I would request and introduce Mr. Deependra Kushwaha, the Development Commissioner Industries. He has been instrumental in drafting and making this policy. So I would invite him on the dais and please request him to please take us through the policy. Thank you, sir.
Very good evening to all of you. And thank you so much for giving us this opportunity to present the IT policy before all of you. I believe one of my colleague, Amit, will present the policy in detail, but I'm here as a government representative to give you some basic idea of the policy. I'm sorry I'm running late or I've joined late. One or two sessions has already been completed on this, and someone has already presented IT policy. So I don't know how much it will be useful, but still we feel that there will be certainly some points or some areas which we need to highlight in front of you. I'm in this department working since last 1 year. So I completed 1 year in the month of the first week of this month only. So as he mentioned, I was working continuously for this policy. So instead of me, this is all of you who were working and who were supported to prepare this draft and policy. in a very good manner. We tried very hard to include all the suggestions and feedback we received from all the stakeholders and participants. And we had a detailed discussion with all kind of stakeholders, be it the real estate developers, be it the direct IT companies, be it the employee of the IT companies, be it the companies from the emerging sectors. So this policy does not only limited itself to the IT and IT software only. This talks about the institutional development and financial support and fund to support the startup and innovation in this particular sector. This also talks about the emerging technologies, how we can support the emerging technologies. There is a special provision made for the capital subsidy for the development or facility creation in terms of emerging technologies. So I think there is, we hardly promote the capital subsidy component. But in this policy, we have made a provision of 20% capital subsidy for emerging technologies. As he mentioned, we have a special FSI, additional FSI provision up to 400% extra. We have provisions of 60-40. In some areas, we have 50-50 also to the IT and non-IT services. So there are a lot of attractive features and features in the policy. So I will call Amit to present, and I will be here to assist him or to help him in terms of any further deliberation and discussion or question answer session. Amit? Yeah, please.
So, the IT/ITS sector, as we have been discussing, has been one of the most significant growth catalysts for the Indian economy, contributing significantly to the country's overall GDP. The IT industry accounted for almost about 7.4% in FY22 and then is expected to grow up to 10% by FY25. Maharashtra always has been at the forefront because the state adopted its first IT policy and reaped the benefit at being the fourth site since most of the major IT conglomerates now in the house have established their headquarters in Maharashtra. Through constant enhancement of infrastructure, talent, policy ecosystem, the state has become the leading destination for IT companies with business proliferation beyond Mumbai, Pune, Thane to districts like Raigad, Nagpur, Aurangabad, Nasik and Kolhapur. Moving on, Maharashtra is home to the largest base of internet subscribers in India. As of 2021, the state has almost 13 crore of wireless subscriber, 10 crores of internet subscriber and almost 1.107% tele-density. Maharashtra is home to the largest number of DPIIT recognized startups in the country and overall contributes almost about 20% to the entire startup ecosystem in the country. So this slide largely talks about some of the ecosystem, the supply side, demand side, as well as the macroeconomic strength of the state. Moving on, so talking about the state's IT policy. So the Maharashtra IT policy have continuously evolved in concerns with the global trends and demand. In that when the IT/ITS policy of Maharashtra 2023 was introduced by Department of Industry, Energy, Labor, Government of Maharashtra. The policy has a vision of making Maharashtra a global IT/ITS destination and the technology capital of India, moving towards innovation, equitable, inclusive, and sustainable technology development in the state. Through this policy levers, it intends to attract almost 950 billion new investments and about 10,000 billion export in the IT/ITS sector. Broadly talking about the focus areas defined in the policy, which includes IT software products, data centers, IT enabled services, AVGC and emerging technologies, IT/ITS supporting services, integrated IT township, and infrastructure for walk to work concept. So many of us, we have talked about, we have inquired what this Mahiti portal been envisaged under this. So sir will largely talk about this. So broad incentives as we discussed. So already I think Abhijit has addressed most of this. So talking about MHub, if we talk about the basic kind of outcome of the Maharashtra IT policy and how it will further integrate with some of the key emerging technologies and market size. So, sir will be talking about MHub and how it will be instrumental in getting that done. So, talking about some of the key emerging technologies. So, we'll be soon having COEs for IoT, robotics, drones, blockchains, and then look at the overall potential, how the market size gonna grow from 2021 to 2029 in short period. MHub will also act as a state's apex institute for promoting entrepreneurship. It will be established on the land of MSSIDC at Kalamboli, District Raigad, and this will be the state-of-art building with training facilities of more than 300 students and residential accommodation for students, tutors, and academic staff. In order to ensure industry-led governance, the Chief Operating Officer will be appointed as the Technology Ambassador of Maharashtra to connect with the industry, academia, and government sector. Moreover, to support the AVGC sector and integrated facility including production facilities, AVGC studio, space for performing art, exhibition galleries, and workplace requirement for the artists will be incorporated here. MHub will also host annual events and competition in collaboration with NASSCOM, Gaming Developers Associations, Animation Society, Maharashtra State Innovation Society, among others.
Thank you so much, Amit. As he spoke about MHub will be our apex institute, which will support startup and innovation across Maharashtra. We were continuously discussing there is a lot of issues with reference to the renting in Mumbai for the startup and innovation or even for the IT companies. So we came out with an idea. As government, we will provide and support early age startup and innovation on a very subsidized cost to survive initial years in their initial years in Mumbai. As he discussed, we have lot of space available in and around Mumbai, especially Navi Mumbai area. I just wanted to add to one point which was discussed during our panel discussion. He said that the Navi Mumbai is the new Mumbai and the new IT hub. Why it is so? Because all the infrastructure upgradation is happening. The focus will be shifted from Mumbai to Navi Mumbai. Be it the new Bombay airport, be it the Trans Harbour link or the JNPT or the development potential across Navi Mumbai towards Lonavala and everything. So in few years you can see that Mumbai and Pune will be a connected city and you will be hardly seeing any difference, any free area between these two cities. So I was talking about MHub. So we will be coming up with such more institute. We will be bringing such more institute in and around Mumbai, even Pune. And we are thinking of bringing the center of excellence, which the provision of center of excellence is already there in our policy. So we will be bringing 6 center of excellence, having all the advanced technology and emerging technology, labs and working space and the skilled workforce in Nagpur, Mumbai, Pune, Nashik, Aurangabad and Amravati. As we discussed about the Mahiti portal. So Mahiti portal is our single window system. We are already working for it and it has already been started for other investor or in generic sense. We have Maitri Act was passed by the assembly in the month of August only and it notification came on 14th of August. So this is in operation. DC Industries, currently I am the chairman of that Maitri. So what is the main and most important provision of this particular Maitri Act? If you apply for any permission through single window system, the application through Maitri will go to the competent authority with a deadline. That authority has to decide that application within a given time frame. If that authority does not decide the application within a time frame, the all power of that competent authority comes to Us means the chairman of the Empower Committee or the DC Industries, and he can decide about anything, be it a MPCB issue, be it a MECDCL issue, be it a urban planning issue, and be it anything. So as of now, for 15 department and 119 services have been integrated. We are working on a portal. So we are running through our existing portal, which is not very user friendly, but we are developing our new portal, which will came into operation most likely by January. But meanwhile, we are monitoring all the applications made on Maitri portal manually and online, whatever is best way possible. So today also I took a review where we found more than 600 applications for various permission and licenses we have received from 14th of August so far. Only 23 applications have breached their timeline. So you can see the success ratio. Once we bring this Maitri portal, so Mahiti portal will be part of Maitri portal and dedicated to IT services and IT companies only. So that is the only difference between Mahiti and Maitri portal. Uh, in our objective, you might have noticed in 2015 policy, we have targeted an export of 1 lakh crore rupees. Now we have taken a target of 10 lakh crore rupees. So which is almost 10 times bigger than, 10 times higher than the previous target. So this is a very ambitious policy, very, very liberal policy in terms of the real estate, in terms of the housing and IT company bringing together, especially walk to work concept. This allows you to house all the support services, residences and commercial market with the IT park only. So these are some special provision made available. I have already spoke about the 20% capital subsidy for emerging technology. There are a lot of new provision. So I'll request you all to go through it. We will share all the detailed document of the policy. We will be releasing the hard copy of the policy in a day or two by the hand of Honorable Chief Minister. This is in the printing. It will be available online and e-copy will be circulated among all the stakeholders and groups, the contacts we have. You can also share all your contact details with our team, so we will be sharing the document. So Mahiti we have spoken, Maitri we have spoken, MHub we have spoken, emerging technology we have discussed, and the FSI and other support services we have discussed. So if you have any particular query about that particular IT policy, I'll try to respond to all the questions and feedback if you have. Thank you. Yes, yes. So we have already moved a note to all the relevant departments. This not only UD, it has gone to 14 departments, and they are working on it. And most likely within a week or 2 weeks time, all these notification and amendments will come.
I think I will use the opportunity to ask more questions, but
Sir, like you said in the portal, it's a single window clearance for all approvals. Does MOEF also come under the same purview or MOEF is outside?
Currently, we are working for the departments in the purview of the state government. Central government departments, we cannot overrule, but there are certain rules and certain departments where the power and authority is with the state government to make rules, where we can do that. But MOEF is not certainly part of this currently.
So one suggestion and request would be, sir, if both the center and state can work together to get it integrated at one place, because there are a lot of interdependencies which happen in MOEF approval, which refers to the state approval, and in state approval, it refers to MOEF approval. And in the middle, it leads to delays. So
That's a very valid point, and I accept that. But there is a good news for you. Government of India is also working on a single window system, and we are integrating both the systems, state and central government. So if you apply to the Government of India portal, automatically it will come, for state permission it will come to us, and if you apply to state government portal for Government of India related services, it will go to them, and they are also time bound. They have also to respond in a time bound manner. But Government of India things may take some more time, but we will be ready by January.
Noted, sir. Just last thing there. Earlier, there used to be a provision where MIDC was given the power almost to be responsible for MOEF approvals. There was a certain point of time about 3 years back. If something like that also comes in, at least for the industry's MOEF approval. will progress.
MIDC still is a special planning authority for giving permissions in various cases, especially for the MIDC area. But there will be IT parks outside MIDC area, so we have to go through the with urban local body rules or as per the local planning authority permissions. But MOEF, certainly we have to look into it. Currently, I cannot give you the full guarantee, but we are working on it.
There was a suggestion in our earlier panel discussion prior to you coming, where it was felt that if we have almost like Lok Adalat.
Yeah,
or-
I heard about that.
Yeah.
Yes. Thank you so much. But as I think Vinod from my, Mr. Rathod has responded from my team, we have a provision in the Matri only, Matri itself, where any investor can raise their query related to getting all permissions, licenses, approvals, delays, or any query related to the government related issues. So we took a fortnightly meeting. Meanwhile, we forward this complaint to the concerned authority and take their responses. And fortnightly, every second and fourth Wednesday, I sit and discuss all these applications. So investors is there, myself is there, and the respondent department is there. And as per my experience of last year, we have disposed of most of the application within a period of 15 days to 1 month time.
That's credible, actually. Thank
So
you
this
very
is a kind of, you can say IT Adalat or industry Adalat kind of thing.
much. All right.
Many government department has taken objection over it.
I
Off the
think
record.
anything which is to promote the state is a good thing. And we were discussing earlier, Maharashtra has so much of competitive advantage that if it's some assistance and hand-holding, we can leapfrog in terms of
Yes.
growth. That's what I will encourage anyone else in the audience, if they want to ask any question, we'll circulate the mic. If there's none, then we'll proceed to the next point. Yeah.
Certainly, I always say Maharashtra has the potential. It is the most favorite destination for IT companies or for any kind of investment. So today morning also we were discussing, they said that you are very costly. So I said, yes, we are. The reason being, we are a developed state. And if you compare the lifestyle of any developed country and developing country, you will see a difference in the costing of everything. So lifestyle living and standards in London and living standards in any other, I will not name it any city, they may feel offended, but you will feel that. So that is the reason we are the most urbanized state, we are the most industrialized state, we are having most IT companies and everything, we are the fintech hub of that, we are the data center capital of the country. So these are the advantages. This increase the cost of everything.
One good thing about IT sector is they tend to be in concentrations. Thane Belapur Road, up to Panvel maybe, Kharadi, Hinjewadi, Goregaon in the Bombay suburbs, for example. So they can be we're happy to share the data. You can actually have very specific infrastructure initiatives for those locations. So the IT companies, because they want to go only on those locations, can actually be a more focus on it.
So you are right. If we see the current setup, the situation is like that only. But we have drafted our policy in such a manner, and we are thinking of taking this IT company to each and every corner of Maharashtra, not limited to one or two particular pocket where the infrastructure availability is there or it is infrastructure centric. As we discussed, we are giving you a liberty to construct 50-50. So you don't require anything. to move on. So if you construct a park, an IT park in Nashik or Nagpur, and with a 50-50 facility, what else you require? You have all the facilities.
That's one of the best attractions
Yes.
of the policy, in my opinion.
So rest of Maharashtra, it is 50-50. For Mumbai, it is 60-40.
Thank you.
Ah.
No, we appreciate that.
And premium and everything is half of the A and B zone to tier 2 cities. So that is
That's
also an attract.
I agree. I don't think none of the developer investors will complain on that front. Yeah. So we have 50 million square feet of demand coming up next year.
Wow.
So how much can Maharashtra take? We have to think about it. We were discussing earlier, Vinod Rohira from Kereja Corp said, if you build, tenants will come.
What I can say, or I would say that as a government, we are ready to facilitate. All of you have to construct. So real estate should come forward. We have made the most attractive policy, and I would say, because I have been part of this whole journey, whatever has been asked from the government has given that for this policy, especially with reference to the FSI or relaxation of the norms. So we are ready to facilitate in terms of getting permissions or approvals in a faster mode. We will be giving all the incentive and whatever is provided in the policy. All of you should come forward, construct as much as possible, and we'll join hand together and we'll tap whole demand. I'm ready to take all 50 million.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
We are good, I think. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you so much. Thank you. I would like to especially thank Mr. Dutt for giving me this opportunity, because these opportunities matters a lot for us, because we are doing a lot within a government framework, within our closed rooms, but it has to reach to the right person, to the stakeholder. So this is an excellent forum which I got to share what government has been doing to increase the business, to increase the IT sector, and getting more investment in IT sector in Maharashtra. So thank you so much for giving me this opportunity.
Thank you.
My pleasure.
Just to acknowledge, we have the team from CBRE which did the presentation for IT policy. And there are many other very accomplished professionals from the international property consulting firms and also corporates. So during the break, I'm sure we'll use the opportunity to interact with you. Yeah. Thank you.
I just want one small point which I missed. During this policy, we have to draft transition policy also. So that we are working, some of the companies have already taken LOI or some have started their process in the previous policy. How will they go and they will be affected in the new policy? So that certain few guidelines to become, and that will come in a month's time. Thank you.